Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Final stage of the Volta Catalunya today. 6 times up and over the Montjuic in Barcelona. We had Primoz Roglic getting out early on a break on the final lap, and he got that bell rung, 1 lap to go, about 7.5K for that last lap around the hill. Steep up and down, and he took off probably 9K from the finish, and here we pick it up with 5K to go. Now remember that he was only 1 second behind Juan Ayuso for the overall lead. Primoz has not led the entire race. We had Laurens de Plus, and eventually Van Etveldt also coming up to try to rein in Roglic. Ayuso was back about 4 or 5 spots here, hoping that Roglic would bonk and just get reeled in. And it didn't seem like Ayuso had it today. And Roglic looked in very good form, very controlled, very strong, great cadence, just out over the tips. And here you can see De Plus and Van Etveldt trying to catch up to him on this last big climb. There are a couple of kind of false peaks after the big climb here. And then it's all downhill, and we know that Roglic is a great descender. Yeah, great day for Slovenia. We see Roglic here, leading out and probably going to take the entire Volta Catalunya. And in ski jumping today, actually ski flying, Domen Preuts from Slovenia set a new world record, 254.5 meters. You got to think about that for a second. It's about 667, almost 780 feet, nearly 2.5 to 3 football fields that he flew. Setting the new world record was actually really interesting to watch because he almost crashed on the landing and was able to kind of like hold his shins. He like kind of pulled his shins to himself so that his tush wouldn't bang down on the ground, because once you do that, you lose points. So big day for Slovenia overall in sports. And as you can see, Roglic did not look like he was going to be denied today. I mean, the cornering was incredible. And another relatable point with the whole Slovenia and ski jumping thing is this: if I'm not mistaken, Primoz Roglic was in fact a ski jumper in his youth. So a lot of great leg strength in those skinny guys jumping off, that ledge and flying 600, 700, 800 feet through the air. So here we go. Again, we're down to the last 2.5K. De Plus and Van Etveldt, they can see Roglic up ahead. There was some issue with the timing. They weren't giving us gaps here for about 1.5 kilometers, because at one point it was just like he's up by 10, 12, 14, 16. And it just wasn't, wasn't right. So I think they're probably about 10 to 12 seconds here ahead. There we go. Now we got the timing back. And again, you can see this following group, and Ayuso was 3rd wheel, dropped to 4th wheel, dropped to 5th wheel. Again, he just didn't seem to have it. And the Alta Castel de Montjuic is the final climb. So this also gave Roglic the King of the Mountains jersey for this race, because he got the most points on that last climb. De Plus and Van Etveldt in 6th and 8th overall, about a minute 10 behind. They weren't going to catch Roglic for the overall, even if they caught him. It was really about, there's going to be bonus time for whoever wins this stage. I guess it's like 10.64 usually. So if Roglic is any of the top 3 spots, he wins the overall. So really, it's on Ayuso now. He has to finish ahead of Roglic. If they're tied and not in the top 3, he wins by the 1 second. But any other result that has Roglic ahead of him in the top 3 will be the victory for Primoz Roglic. So down to about a mile to go, 1.5K to go. Another little break here, and you can see Ayuso there, again, hanging the head, you know, like, no, I can't even follow that guy. As one of the Alpecin de Koning riders who tried to break and get up to De Plus and Van Etveldt, two Belgian riders. You can see them again here, down to 1.2 to go. This downhill is crazy anyway. I mean, we're talking a lot of the time they're at 55 to 65 kilometers an hour. You know, Roglic is an amazing descender. He just has a knack for leaning into the curves and getting the most out of his bike and his aerodynamics going down the downhills. So just great to watch him riding that Specialized S-Works rig there. So, all right, we're into the last 600 meters or so, under half a mile to go, and it's going to be Roglic's day. I mean, there's just no way that they're going to come back from those 14 seconds, and even if he got caught, Ayuso would not be able to hold that 1 second advantage. Roglic did exactly what he needed to do. He waited. He was happy to be in second, 1 second back for a couple of these final stages. But today was his day. The week belongs to him, the champion of the Volta Catalunya. And here we have De Plus and Van Etveldt racing for second, and De Plus just had the edge over the line. And you can see here as the rest of the lead group comes in, who's in the last place here in the white jersey? Juan Ayuso, head down, really not too pleased with how this went today. Bora Hansgrohe, Primoz Roglic's team, gets congratulated there by one of his teammates. An absolutely fantastic victory today. He waited to the right minute, made his move on the penultimate lap, took the stage, took all the jerseys. You're going to see here in a second as we watch the ceremony here. Overall, first for Roglic, Juan Ayuso second, and Enric Mas ended up third. And those are the three guys on the podium. Roglic, Ayuso, and Quinn Simmons, top three in the mountains. And the sprinting goes to Primoz over Wenzel. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this week's riding in the Tour of Catalunya, the Volta Catalunya for 2025. Once again, your champion is Primoz Roglic. We'll see you again next time. Bye for now.